A stormy weekend at Dover Motor Speedway set the stage for an intense NASCAR Cup Series showdown, where two drivers would clash both on and off the track. The Worth 400, initially scheduled for Sunday, was postponed due to torrential rain and high winds, leaving the drivers and their teams eager for action on Monday. Among them was Ross Chastain, a young driver hailing from Alva, Florida, who had built an exceptionally fast race car for his team, Trackhouse Racing. Little did he know that his aggressive driving would ignite a heated rivalry and spark a debate among NASCAR fans and commentators alike. But first, subscribe and leave your like. Throughout the 400-mile race, Chastain managed to stay near the front of the pack, demonstrating his skill and determination. However, during the first stage of the race, his aggressive tactics led to a controversial incident. While maneuvering through lapped traffic, Chastain's car collided with Brennan Poole's number 15 Ford Mustang. In an apparent attempt to exit the track as quickly as possible, Chastain pushed into Poole, causing the Rick Ware Racing driver to spin out of control. The chaos didn't end there, as Poole's car subsequently collided with Kyle Larson's number 5 Chevrolet Camaro ZL1, which was in third place at the time. This unfortunate series of events resulted in significant damage to Larson's car, ultimately relegating him to 32nd place. Larson was quick to express his frustration with Chastain, accusing the Trackhouse driver of excessive roughness that prevented him from making up ground on his competitors. In a post-race interview, Larson said, "I'm guessing nowhere for me to go, but I just hope our luck turns around soon." He went on to speculate that Ross just kind of got in a hurry there, implying that Chastain's impatience led to the costly collision. Larson also expressed his disbelief that such an error could occur so early in the race, stating, "I would understand you at the third stage or something." The incident at Dover prompted a strong reaction from seasoned racing commentator Larry McReynolds, who was particularly incensed by Chastain's actions. McReynolds, who had previously defended Chastain against critics, found himself at a loss for words in the face of the young driver's recklessness. He lamented that Chastain's timing was off and that he was taking unnecessary risks. McReynolds even went so far as to compare Chastain's repeated apologies to those of his own children, stating, "You know what? Neither Ross nor I have the emotional capacity to hear the words 'I'm sorry' ever again." This statement underscores the growing frustration within the NASCAR community regarding Chastain's driving style. Despite the controversy, Chastain managed to secure a respectable second-place finish in the race. However, his inability to pass a lapped Kyle Larson ultimately cost him a chance to keep up with the race leader Martin Truex Jr. Following the race, Chastain issued apologies over the radio and in post-race interviews, expressing remorse for his actions on the track. The dramatic events at the Worth 400 have certainly highlighted the rivalry between Ross Chastain and his fellow drivers, particularly Brennan Poole and Kyle Larson. As NASCAR fans eagerly await the next race, they can expect to see more of this contentious dynamic on display. In the meantime, don't miss NASCAR Zone's coverage of qualifying, the race, and the drivers' heated rivalry. And if you enjoy our content, please consider giving us a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel. Your support is greatly appreciated. Following the heated race, the second-place finisher, Ross Chastain, driving the Chevrolet Camaro ZL1, apologized to Brennan Poole and the entire Rick Ware Racing team. Chastain stated, "Tomorrow when I return from Skip Barber, I will make amends with him and the rest of the guys." This gesture highlights the driver's acknowledgement of the controversy surrounding his aggressive driving style. While the drama surrounding Chastain and Poole captured much of the attention, reflecting on Martin Truex's impressive victory is important. During Saturday's Xfinity Series race at Dover, Truex managed to overtake Ryan Blaney with only 7 laps left, following a late caution. As the first car to leave pit road, Truex was able to maintain his lead and ultimately triumph over Ross Chastain, who had to pit for 4 tires, marking his first win of the 2023 season. This victory ends a 54-race dry spell for Truex, which began in 2021. Truex had also won a preseason practice race called the Busch Class at Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum earlier in the season. A native of nearby Marietta, New Jersey, Truex considers Dover his home track and has now claimed victory there 4 times. Overwhelmed with emotion, Truex said, "It feels incredible. We've always been very close." He attributed his win to the prudent decision by his crew chief, James Small, to take 2 tires and a powerful restart that helped him catch up to Blaney. William Byron and Denny Hamlin followed Truex in the race standings, with Christopher Bell, Tyler Reddick, Brad Keselowski, and Chris Buechner finishing 2nd through 5th. Alex Bowman, who Josh Berry had replaced due to injury, will miss the next 3 to 4 sprint car races as he recovers from a broken spine sustained in an accident the previous week. During the race, all the top cars stopped for repairs at the end of the 2nd stage, just before the start of the 3rd. Byron was the first to rejoin the race, followed by Chastain, Blaney, and Truex. Chastain managed to take the lead on lap 258, passing Byron on the outside of turn 4. With 114 laps to go, the competition was fierce. As the green flag waved for the final round of pit stops, Keselowski was among the first drivers to enter pit lane on lap 326. After completing their mandatory pit stops on lap 322, Truex, Chastain, and Blaney crossed the finish line in that order. With 25 laps remaining, Truex made every effort to prevent Chastain from passing him. Meanwhile, Blaney secured 3rd place, with Hamlin falling to 5th. The race was red flagged for the 7th time after Joey Logano's crash on lap 387. Logano had been struggling throughout the day. Following a full stoppage of all vehicles on the lead lap, Truex was the first to leave pit road, as he only needed 2 new tires. Despite a slow start that left him in 4th place, Chastain quickly caught up. With only 7 laps left, the race resumed, and Chastain overtook Byron during a sequence of green flag pit stops, eventually winning Stage 2. In the race, Blaney secured 3rd place, Truex took 4th, and Hamlin finished 5th. Keselowski faced a setback when he was penalized for an uncontrolled tire on lap 123, forcing him to start from the last position. On lap 188, under green flag conditions, Logano and Bell were the first 2 cars to pit for tires and fuel. Chastain moved into the lead after pit stops on lap 201. Joey Logano's number 22 Ford experienced mechanical issues throughout the race, and he was 3 laps down with just 10 laps to go in the stage. Despite Hamlin's best efforts, Byron crossed the finish line first, earning his 6th stage victory of the 2023 season. The top 3 finishers were Blaney, Keselowski, and Chastain. Due to rain canceling the qualifying session on Saturday, NASCAR's performance metric placed Kyle Busch in the front row. However, on lap 23, while leading the race, Busch received a penalty for pit speeding and had to restart from the back of the pack. Daniel Suarez was involved in the 3-car incident on lap 35, which caused significant damage to his number 99 Chevrolet and forced him to retire. The incident also negatively affected Busch. On lap 81, Chastain passed Brennan Poole in turn 1, causing Poole to speed up and collide with Kyle Larson, who was already in their path. The Advent Health 400, the 2nd round of the NASCAR Cup Series, is scheduled for Kansas Speedway on Sunday, October 21st. Fox Sports will broadcast the race live on May 7, 2023 at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Ultimately, the race served its purpose as an exciting and intense competition. Share your thoughts on the video in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more NASCAR news videos in the future. We're looking forward to watching the next race with you. What do you think will be the most surprising development in the upcoming Advent 400 race? Share your predictions in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video and want to stay updated with the latest NASCAR news, give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button.